And now at this time, I'd like to bring Tony Bryant, who will give us more history on this subject.
Thank you very much, Senator James. Thank you for the opportunity to come in and bring to you all an opportunity to share with you concerning credit scores. As Ms. James has stated, credit score has been around since 1998. This has affected so many households at this point in time because of the fact that so many different programs that's available are not credit score driven. And due to the banks modifying FHA and VA loans to look like a conventional loan, it's stopping home buyers to achieving the American dream. So if we look at how credit scores has affected us right now in the mortgage industry, I would say it's simply we had 37 loans supposed to have closed. Credit scores went from 580 to 620. We lost 26 of them in one day. So we're letting credit scores dictate someone's character to do a job. It's letting the credit scores dictate someone's character to pay a mortgage. We letting credit scores dictate someone's renting a house or even renting an apartment, as well as even insurance. And so as we look on and all, also it's affecting students from getting student loans. So it's affecting kids who are going back to school. So we're wondering right now why schools in Alabama that's merging because kids are not returning to schools because of credit scores. The parents, I mean, we're in the worst economy in our lifetime, and we're letting scores dictate the character of Americans. And I think that's absolutely absurd that no one is looking at this and saying, other than Senator James saying, let's stop this. Because right now we're looking at citizens that cannot yet refinance their homes because of their credit scores, to get a lower interest rate that may have a subprime loan. We can't refinance them because of the credit scores. Not that they're behind. That doesn't mean that they have collections. That means the credit scores are not high enough. And then let's look at credit scores. To maintain credit scores, you have to be in debt. So if you're as a consumer that's not looking at saying, I'm trying to get out of debt, if you get pay off everything, your credit scores will drop. So let's look at everything. So we cannot continue to let these credit scores dictate where we go in this country because it's really marketing a certain quality of people. Once again, the income and debt has to maintain. So we need your help to look at these credit scores that's affecting our communities drastically. Please call the legislator. Please call your state senator. Please call these people. John Lewis, call David Scott. You know, call Senator James and let her know what you can do to help. Because we need your help in fighting these credit scores because we don't know how strong this has affected our community, and each household is being affected differently. So I would like to take the time out now to let Sharon Kelly speak from the Atlanta Housing League.
Urban
Urban.
League.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Kelly, and I'm with the Atlanta Urban League as a housing counselor. One of the things that we see every day are hundreds of families that are facing foreclosure and the loss of their homes. Foreclosure right now is feeding into the homeless population and creating a higher homeless population. We're seeing a lot of children displaced, but these are some of the factors that are not being noticed right now. And as my colleagues have mentioned before me, the credit scores, we need to really take a close look, and we're asking for some help with credit scores. Credit scores were designed to assist lenders in assessing risk. And right now, credit scores are being used to determine a person's life, their livelihood, their survival, their future, and everything else that encompasses humans right now. And I've never seen anything like this credit score, and it's almost like a virus. And it's just eating and spreading into the population, into our communities. All communities are being faced with this issue. We understand right now that if a person modifies their home, that impacts their credit score negatively. And people are forced to do modifications right now to try to maintain their homes. Individuals, as Tony spoke about, are not able, parents are not able to get student loans for their children right now. I'm faced with that problem right now myself, having a senior coming out of high school because of the loss of a job, a decline in household income, because not being able to get a better job. My son will not be able to get student loans. So I know that there are hundreds and millions of people across the country right now being faced with that are hard-working Americans who have made a contribution, who are taxpayers, and who need some assistance. We need you guys to help us with this, so please make the calls to your Congress representatives, make the calls to anybody that you think is going to help, in the governor and make sure that they know that this is a problem. And you may not be seeing it today, but talk with some of your neighbors. You'll be surprised at the people that are being impacted by this, and family members. Thank you very much.
Again, I am your Senator, Donzella James, and I want to make sure that people are informed about what's going on. But more than anything else, we want to urge our governor and banking and finance committees to extend the certification testing for all mortgage bankers, mortgage lenders, and anyone who should have been grandfathered in and was not, on this new certification of the SAFE law that was implemented on the federal level. We want to urge all of our congresspersons to please go back and amend that law so that grandfathering should have been in that law, as it is in so many other certification laws for contractors and so many other professions. Also, let me make this point. Credit scores, not to be confused with your credit report, is something entirely different. And many people are confusing the two. Yes, your credit report sometimes has to be looked at if you're going to purchase a home. Your credit report has to be looked at on certain jobs. But a credit score that was developed by the banks that is now being misused, we're asking that you do not use them at all. And we're not the only ones. I heard even this morning on Good Morning America, they had a whole segment about credit scores and how to lower your credit score and how it affects you, and to make sure you pay your late fees at the library, because it will, if you have excellent credit, it will adversely affect your credit scores. Now, what kind of sense does that make in the society that we live in, where our economy has crashed and we're trying to build back up, where people have been put out of their jobs through no fault of their own because businesses went out of business, or they moved to other countries where they could succeed better because of lower labor, and that put people out of work. So we're here today to just make sure that you, the citizens, understand, and that our other legislators understand the dilemma that we are going through in this market. We can fix it. We need your help. Remember, you can contact us at the State Senate. You can go on the website of the Georgia Legislature and contact all your legislators, or you can call me, your Senator, Donzella James, at 404-463-1379, or you can also email me at donzella.james@senate.ga.gov. Thank you very much. I stand here with people who really need your help, and we can make a positive difference. Thank you.